All right, you happy campers, welcome to Campers, Camping, and Cool Stuff. Our new project is replacing a window, an emergency escape window, in the bunk room of our fifth wheel. A rock or something hit this window. You can see the point of impact right there, and it completely shattered the window. It's still intact, and it's holding in place, but we're gonna go ahead and replace it this weekend. Here's an outside view of the window, and what I've done is you measure the whole window frame from left to right and top to bottom, and a lot of the websites that sell windows will have those measurements on there for the window size. And they'll give you the window size, and then they'll give you the opening size, which is a little bit different because you've got a pretty decent overlap. The cutout is probably about right here, and I'll show you the window that I've got and where I got it from in a minute. All right, we're back on the inside of the camper, and I wanted to show you the frame that we're going to undo to release the window. And if you can see it, I'm going to zoom in. So this frame right here, and it ends right here, there's a lip, but you can see these screws, and every couple inches there's another one, and there are probably about 20 of them. They're all on the bottom. And basically those screws are the only thing holding this window in. So what I'm going to do is take all these screws out, have someone outside the window to catch it, and I should be able to push the frame of the window out. There's a little bit of sealant around it, not a whole lot. The majority of it is on the outside, on the top of the window. So when rain comes down, it beads around the window, and it just kind of channels it out, and it doesn't come inside your camper. So when I bought the window, I also bought that seal, and then they sell a tape that you use, and I'll show you all of that stuff and tell you what the tape is. But the company that I bought the window from recommends you put the tape inside the refrigerator for 2 hours before you use it, so it kind of makes it less sticky and easier to work with, and then as it warms up, it really adheres to your window. And I'll show you all that when we get to that point. But for right now, I just wanted to show you what the window frame looked like and how you pop it out. It doesn't look like it's very hard. You just got to undo all those screws, and then when you're putting the new window back in, there are no screw holes, so you're going to have to either drill into the window frame of the new window, or these are self-tapping screws, and they'll just screw right in through the metal. I don't know yet because I haven't taken any of these out. But I just wanted to give you an idea of what this looked like before I started taking it apart. All right, and here's the window. It came yesterday, and this is the company that I ordered it from. I'm not sponsored or paid by them. They just happen to have the window that I needed. And I ordered it on the 14th, and it got delivered on the 18th. So that's a pretty good turnaround. But when the window came, this is what it looks like on the inside. Pretty secure, packaged really well, and I'll show you what it looks like outside the box. And this is everything that was in the box. Here's the window. This is the inside, and as you can see, there's no bolt holes, so this is where I'm going to have to drill through the frame. And then this is the outside lip that goes along the camper. And what's nice is the window is tinted. So it came tinted, which is nice because the original one was not. And then this is the sealant that they recommend you use. It says universal roof sealant, but this is what they recommend for doing the window. So I bought some of that, but I also have silicone in case that's not really what I want. And then this is a roll of their tape, and it's called Buthol tape, I think. It's like a double-sided putty tape that you're supposed to put in the refrigerator for about 2 hours before you apply it. The window comes with like a little gasket or seal, so I'm either gonna put it on the inside between the two or just over that. I'm not really sure yet. And then a lot of people commented that they never got directions. Well, here's the instructions from the company. There's their information if you want to reach out. They have a ton of windows, so if you're wanting to replace one with something that's tinted because yours aren't, or you just need to replace it because it got broke like mine, then they've got a pretty good selection for all camper brands and styles. All right, on to taking the old window out. All right, so I took the blind off in the balance, it's right here, and I've taken the frame off, and it's just the window, and this is what the opening looks like. And you can see that they've screwed right into the edge of the frame. You can kind of make out the screw holes. Here's one. So I'm gonna pre-drill the frame as it lines up. But I taped the window. You can't really see it, but there's packing tape on it to protect the glass. And we'll pop it out and show you what that looks like. So here's what the window frame looks like without the window in it. All right, I finished prepping the outside. We're gonna rub alcohol on it to clean off the residue of the glue be gone or the goo be gone. And then we will start the dry fit up of the new window. All right, so the new window is in, and the trim piece for the inside is a new trim piece. Originally, I thought I was gonna be able to use the trim piece from the original window. The original window wasn't as deep as the new aftermarket one. And I don't know if you can see, it's about 1/8 of an inch deep from the wall in. This is the old trim piece, which is about 1 inch deep. So clearly it would not work. I didn't have the aftermarket trim piece when I ordered it, so I had to order the trim piece after the fact. And again, RecPro was extremely fast sending it out. So what we did is we put the window in the frame, put the trim piece in, and then you can see the little white markings. I tried to mark the window as best I can. Some of the holes lined up, some of them did not line up. When the trim piece flexes, they kind of went out. So I had to drill a couple holes in after the fact when it was in place, but the window was secure with screws. The original screws are these square head screws. And they're really poor quality, so I went and bought screws the same size that are Phillips head and replaced it. You can get them at any hardware store. Inch long, number 8 is what matched up with the ones that I had in mine. And I put it's like a putty, and I'll show you what it's called. This tape. So I put it in the refrigerator for 2 hours, just like it says, and it was really easy to work with. I live in South Georgia, 100% humidity, and it's like 96 today, and I had no problem putting it on and not having my hands stuck. So I would say to do the same thing. The window came with like a little foam gasket. I took that off and put this Buthol tape on and put the window up and then screwed it in. The last thing I have to do is put the caulking around. I haven't done that yet, but I want to show you what the inside of the window looks like. I'm gonna go outside and show you what the outside looks like. Here's the outside of the window. What's really nice about this replacement window is it comes tinted, which is super nice. So this is that rubbery butyl tape. There's a little bit sticking out. I'm gonna take a screwdriver and kind of tuck it in and get it tucked in, and then I'm gonna put the sealant on the top. I haven't done that yet. And then I'll show you a picture of what that looks like. All right, I just finished putting the caulking they recommend you to use. I guess white is the only color because I didn't see any other options. Hopefully it dries and it'll be a little bit closer to the gray that is on my camper, but there's nothing I can do now. So I just filled this in. I'm gonna let it dry overnight, and then I'll caulk the rest of the window with silicone. This is supposed to be just around the arch here on both sides. And all right, I just finished putting the caulking that they recommend with their kit, and I tried to get it as smooth as possible. It's already starting to get tacky, so I think it's drying. I'm gonna leave it alone, but basically I took my finger and made it as smooth as possible in any of the rough spots, so there's no little shelves for water to sit on, and there's kind of like a little channel for the water to be channeled out this way. And then this part I will go ahead and use a silicone caulking on this. But that's about it. I hope you enjoy, and it really wasn't that hard. I would say work-wise, it's about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours if you're not really trying to get it done that fast. To get done, difficulty level, really not that difficult. You gotta drill a couple holes in the window for the trim piece to match up, take the old one out and put the new one in, and then clean the face of the camper. So it's really not that hard. There's nothing technical you need to do. So good luck.